was a way to show respect to the audience and respect your own business. It was a way to tell them, but to be the man, you gotta be the man. And I'm saying, we are the
Ladies and gentlemen, heels and faces, casual wrestling fans, and all you smart marks, I am Mr. Richie Moon.
And I'm Kayfabe AJ.
And I'm KFA Focus.
And this is Kayfabe Avenue. No?
Well, since Rock's baby has left, well, he found a new place to dwell. Well, it's down at the end of Jabroni Drive.
And that's exactly where we at.
I thought you were going to ask, is it the live cast or is it the podcast? I was kind of expecting that. That's why
Pretty solidified. That's why I went straight into it.
Just cut
Pretty
him off.
solidified at this
I'm
point.
cutting you off right now.
Yeah.
I'm cutting you off right now.
Right now.
What are like other YouTube shows that just keep on doing the same joke over
It's always something different over here. It's always something different over here.
And with that being said,
Ladies and gentlemen, I have some good news and I have some bad news.
butt news.
Oh
Alright. No, there's not really that much bad news. It's pretty good week in wrestling.
Good.
Starting off, we have the match for the Ring of Honor World Championship at the G1 at Madison Square Garden. Just became a three-way ladder match between Jay Lethal, Marty Scurll, and Matt Taven.
Oh, no, too.
man.
I'm thinking this is gonna be the. I think this is gonna be the show stealer. Besides the possible Jay Lethal, not Jay Lethal, Jay White versus Okada.
I mean, we don't know who Kyle's gonna win. We don't know who's gonna win.
Bushi
Bushi's out.
versus
Bushi's out.
versus Naito.
It's probably gonna be Bushi versus Naito.
So
Chase Owens probably gonna get that US championship from
three-way
Chase.
ladder match is gonna be ridiculous. So
Yeah.
I'm definitely looking forward to that. We have the Young Bucks over the weekend becoming the AAA Tag Team champions, beating the Lucha Brothers.
Yep.
I don't know how I feel about this one.
Why?
I feel like
Why?
you just
Why?
gave one of the main events for Double or Nothing for free, and it was at a higher stake than advertised for Double or Nothing when you won the tag team titles. Now everybody's saying, yeah, now we can get the rematch of Double or Nothing, but don't you think that first win, if you don't have AEW Gold established for their own company, shouldn't they have that match at Double or Nothing? Oh shit, the Young Bucks won on the first pay-per-view for AEW. I get this partnership thing, but at the end of the day, you have to keep promoting AEW for what it's worth.
I mean,
And I don't know what they're waiting for.
I mean these guys.
Establish your titles, establish your divisions. Every match I think that they come out with should be AEW promoted, should be AEW based. Like, they're recruiting and all that and trying to keep themselves out there, but you could be doing little live events, nothing too crazy, little house shows that are just AEW based. It's not that hard.
I don't think they want to go that route yet. Yeah,
I mean, they want to start big. They want to start in the arenas.
When you look
they
at the
want to
young,
start
when
in
you look
the
at the Young
stadiums.
Bucks, what do you think about?
Tag team.
But you don't think
Big tag team.
But who are the executive vice president for a company for?
Exactly, and that's why I don't understand why they would have that match for free at a random event that people weren't probably even in the know that might even happen.
No.
You know?
They wanted to succeed in the procurement of gold.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna see AEW championship. I think if we do, it's going to be Hangman, because he spoke about it in the rally. If you guys remember, it was a rally. He spoke about it. I don't think we're gonna see the. I think they're gonna build. I think they're gonna start building up to that.
You're at this point, they're kind of giving me the feeling that they're not that they're trying to make partnerships, that they need these partnerships. If AEW is such a big brand going forward, They shouldn't give the image that they need these other brands. So far, every title or champion that's mentioned is from a promotion that was existing before AEW was anything.
Everybody that signed to AEW, nobody that signed to AEW is up for Popular champion.
They have the Cruiserweight champion from AAA.
Oh yeah,
They
AAA.
just brought in the Bucks. Just won the AAA championship.
Yeah, I mean, if
So-
they're partnershiping with them, I don't see the issue with them if they're partnership with them.
So
Like,
then,
if they were a partnership with them, it'd be like, yeah, that's kind
yeah.
of
But
weird.
so is this AAA America or is this AEW?
Nah, this is AAA in America. This is AAA. AEW is AAA.
So
They
you see what I
It's-
mean? You
I
see
feel
how
like-
the lines?
I feel
you see
like
how
the
the
help-
lines kind
I
of
feel like they're
get
helping-
blurred there?
I feel like they're
Is
helping
this
each other.
AAA or is this AEW? And then at that point, what
Is
makes
that-
this difference between the English?
It's definitely going to be AEW because that like most people probably didn't even know about AAA before. Young Bucks win it. Young Bucks win it.
AAA,
No, I know.
AAA is not like one of
Big.
the when you think prominent brands. You don't think
But
that.
Young Bucks are more mainstream. than
AAA is definitely known as the lucha,
It is.
luchador.
But Young Bucks are more mainstream than AAA. So by the Young Bucks winning them, it's just like, oh shit.
It gives
like,
more
what's-
spotlight for AAA.
who's partnership with AEW, so it's kind of like they're kind of
But
you
if
rub my back,
for
I'll
the
rub
for
your
the
back.
casual person that's probably just diving into or just finding out about AEW at all,
Mhm.
they're not gonna think, oh, this is AEW. They're gonna think, oh, it's AAA. You're taking the focus off your brand,
Well,
putting it on.
we haven't
somebody
seen
else.
it. My argument to that was that we have the Road to Double or Nothing being elite. So if you watch that, clearly,
That match was being hyped on their web series and these rallies to be showed at Double or Nothing. It sold out.
Mhm.
And it's going to be a big event at the MGM Grand. So why give that match for free?
Well, there's
Why?
championships involved.
They're
now.
the Bucks. All they need to do is show up after, maybe beat down the Lucha Brothers in a revenge attack, and that's it. Why win the title?
Because maybe it's good exposure.
Why?
To,
Why
it's good
there?
exposure to the Mexican crowd they trying to appeal to because they just.
But they could just show up. They're the Bucks. They don't need to do that. They're more mainstream than AAA.
Yeah,
That's what
but
I'm saying.
They won the title. That's it.
They shouldn't. I feel like
I'm on the side of them.
I'm not against the fact that they're partnership.
Mhm.
They're partnering. I'm thinking they need to go full in on AEW, and they should have held this match for Double or Nothing, not give it for free.
I mean, you never know. The Double or Nothing might raise the stakes now.
Yeah.
I mean, it might be a ladder match now.
Because
For the
No,
title.
I mean it's a bigger match.
Because-
The fact that it's at AEW. Just the
Yeah.
fact it's the first event.
No,
it's
no,
at the MGM
for
Grand.
sure.
Yeah.
But they could have brought that stakes and that first swerve. Remember, this is not the only pay-per-view this is gonna happen.
Mhm.
They got Fight for the Fallen coming shortly after that. The rematch could happen at Fight for the Fallen.
I mean, I see your point of view. I personally don't have any issues with it because they are partners.
I mean, it's not a big issue, but I feel like AEW is going full in on trying to bring their brand awareness. They need to focus on that. Have the partnership, but certain things like that, you don't give away for free. You build it up, they could have just showed up, but you don't give that match away for free because it takes away.
I don't really.
The only
I
thing
don't
that's
think it
going to
takes
build
away.
up for Double or Nothing is a stipulation.
I don't think it really takes it away. I think if anything, it adds more intrigue because they went down to their home. They basically went down
Or
to
people
their
who
house.
don't follow AAA have no idea that this happened.
Yeah, and that's it. And like seeing the young people who do follow the Young Bucks on Instagram and Twitter, like, oh, what are these new championships they got? AAA. What's AAA? Let me look at AAA. Oh, AAA is tag team with AEW. They're partner. Oh, maybe I might check out AAA. That's the way I look at it.
So let's move on from that.
Because
Before this becomes
no,
this week in discussion.
Go.
What were you just gonna say? Yeah?
no, because you gotta understand with cross promoting and stuff like that, they have to do stuff like that, and maybe AAA was like, you know what, just do it like this, and then you'll have the tag team championship that way. Then the Lucha Brothers, it really be Double or Nothing because they're trying to get something from them.
No, I completely understand that. I'm just saying, there's a lot of diehards, a lot of people, AEW, they're chanting it in all these other promotions and arenas and
Mm-hmm.
going hard on this and that for them. So don't you think they should be building towards their own titles rather than bringing in the other promotions titles and focusing on that to then have to refocus on new titles? They could just bring AEW titles up and
I think we'll
that's
eventually.
because it's
eventually
too early. It's too early to drop the titles yet because they don't have a new show. I think once they have this Double or Nothing, they're gonna start
I
the
think
titles.
nah, I think
So do
I
I.
think
So
they
do I.
I think Double or Nothing, Fight for the Fallen, those are already booked in. Those are the perfect. You could have had the titles debut at Double or Nothing and then
I mean,
have rematches at Fight for the Fallen already set up.
they have spoken about titles. Hangman has spoken about titles.
They're talking about a TV deal sometime in September.
Yeah.
So that's not really that far along. And we got Double or Nothing in May, then we get in July we get Fight for the Fallen.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of build up. There's a lot of story for being the elite.
Yeah.
The YouTube show they have. So
They might be saving they might be saving championships for TV.
we'll see.
Which
But
I don't-
that's a whole big
Yeah.
discussion.
But-
video in
but-
itself.
but figure that Young Bucks
Moving on, we have Kurt Angle recently announcing that his last match will be at WrestleMania, and Matt Riddle is calling him out,
Bro.
saying it needs to be the bro at WrestleMania against Kurt. I see it honestly. He's just like Kurt as far as his story coming in. He's known from something else. He caught on to wrestling really fast. He developed it really quick.
I would really
So-
hope they would go with Matt Riddle, but I don't see him.
Not this close.
No, another person they rumored to have is John Cena. That they
can
have
see that.
Cena versus Kurt Angle at
Yeah.
WrestleMania. So
But,
there.
Whoever it is, the build will just mad.
I just hope
We'll see.
Kurt,
We'll see. We got like 3 weeks.
I just
to
hope
go.
Kurt Angle can give us like at least a look back at what classic Kurt, how he used to go.
Probably gonna be a tag team match.
Nah, it's not. It has to be a one-on-one. That'd be disrespectful to Kurt Angle. Come on.
it's probably gonna be Baron Corbin.
He needs to have his one great last
This
performance.
is how they booked him in this run. Has been disrespectful. Like, completely.
No, I don't feel as disrespectful as Kurt can't go, and that's why I'm hoping he
He's
can
a
actually get a
special
great.
attraction. You can see in like Paul
Kurt-
Heyman
Kurt
was
just looks hurt.
accentuate the
Kurt
strength.
looks hurt standing up.
It's just like
In that Kurt Angle, in that WrestleMania match last year, Ronda and Hunter and Stephanie looked good. If you put him in situations like that once in a while, it's good. But the way I feel like the way they use him, you expose him. They exposed him. A lot of situations they put him in, like, you don't need to have Kurt on put him where he can look good, man.
I mean, I like that. I like that they were trying to put up Drew McIntyre, which is a fucking beast.
Oh, that's all- I agree with
that's
that.
my guy.
Oh, that's
I like
awesome. Yeah,
what they
yeah,
did
yeah.
with that.
But then go
I felt like they did, but they threw Braun into the story, and that's where it got convoluted. But they were going for the redemption arc leading into WrestleMania and his last match.
It's literally the same thing I always say about WWE. I like your ideas.
Do better.
Still better. So it was a good story.
Yeah, it was.
Jesus
It was.
Christ.
So I was looking this crap. It's an initial good idea, but the execution of it is just always.
Yeah,
So that was a
so
great. Drew beating him like that? That was great.
there's a couple people aiming for Kurt Angle's spot in his last match. But moving on from that, we have another person who's a legend who wants to come back is Beth Phoenix. So she's coming.
I always thought she retired too early.
I think she retired too early.
She wants
Too.
to
She
start
had, and she still looks physically dominant.
jacked.
She's
Looking
dominant.
jacked.
Remember, I fantasy booked her into my elimination chamber.
You did a while ago, yeah. Go check that out on the YouTube page. Can't figure out Wildcats.
It's crazy that she's coming back.
So she's tagging with Natty, doing the Divas of Doom that they used to have, which is perfect for Natty.
Because Rod isn't my best friend anymore, but my best friend is Riddle because all my storyline have to do with friends.
Poor Natty.
Poor Natty.
Poor
Natty.
And some good news, WWE has officially marked March 16th as Austin 316.
Man, we been did that though as a fans.
Austin 316
As fans, we did that ish years ago.
But now it's gonna be a thing.
So March 16th is Austin 316 Day,
Yep.
Austin Day,
Yep.
Stone Cold Day,
Yep.
the Rattlesnake.
Yep.
They
have,
bottom line.
Damn it.
So
Says so.
we have Rachel Ellering, the daughter of Paul Ellering, who managed the
AOP.
AOP and the Legion of Doom.
Yeah.
She had made her NXT in-ring debut. She's also the girlfriend of Cassius Ohno.
Oh no!
Oh no.
Okay.
So
Interesting.
Ronda recently got fined for
Ronnie?
what she did.
Ronnie.
The Raw we'll get to talk about in a few minutes.
Ronnie.
She ended up beating up the
What did
referees
you do, Ronnie?
and supposedly got fined.
That dastardly wrong.
You know.
That's the late Ronnie. Ronnie hit?
I'm surprised Ronda
Ronnie
didn't break
hit.
kayfabe for that. Like, fine, they didn't find me. No one finds Ronda Rousey. Whatever. Demon Finn Balor is rumored to make an appearance at WrestleMania 35. There's even rumors that he might face Undertaker.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is 20 pounds.
Honestly,
too.
like I know Finn Balor's making a lot of money and stuff like that, but if they don't do anything big with him at Mania, you leave, bro. Like you're not getting any younger.
There's this great t-shirt
Or go back to New
company.
Japan.
There's a great
Straight up.
t-shirt company called AEW.
Or-
They sell a lot of merchandise, you know.
Listen, man. I'm trying to tell y'all, man. After May 25th.
Shout out to pro wrestling teams. They make everything, bro.
Yeah,
Respect
man.
them.
After May 25th, they're not gonna be calling them a t-shirt company anymore.
Word. So, yeah, Demon Finn versus Taker might happen, might not happen, but those are the rumors going on. We have shout out to Chelsea Green, who recently broke her wrist in a match. She actually finished the match, so much respect. Get well soon. I want to see. I definitely want to see more Chelsea Green. I feel like WWE
I feel like she's a hot mess.
hasn't even scratched the surface of what she can do and the type of character she can be.
I mean, she would just make that was the first time wrestling at Full Sail. They've been doing her on the NXT house shows.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
there's a lot more to see from Chelsea Green.
If Chelsea Green was one of the girls at All In at one of the 4 ways, and that's also Miss Ryder, that's Zack Ryder's girlfriend.
We have rumors that Eminem has signed a deal with WWE to make an appearance and also curate the soundtrack for the next WWE 2K.
20. I mean,
Some of their reps denied the situation, but
I just don't think they want the story to out.
yeah, I think so either.
Yeah.
Because it's a big reveal
Yeah.
for the
Yeah.
video game. They make that a big deal every year.
Yeah.
So-
And them.
They were definitely gonna do that at WrestleMania too.
Yeah.
Just reveal that.
Probably, right?
And
It'd
Eminem
be
is-
awesome if Eminem showed up.
And Eminem's always like kind of a secret
and
guy. So.
Powerball's machine gun probably through a table.
The doll of Machine Gun Kelly.
No, I don't think he did that. I don't think he did that.
Well,
Yeah.
he would have to dig him up from the grave he put him in just to do that.
Oh, man.
So, yeah, in hip hop news. Anyways, so the reps kind of denied that, but I think it was just because it got leaked too soon. We have WWE's hoping to bring women on to the next Saudi Arabia show. If they can make that happen, that's history making.
That would-
That's groundbreaking right there. They've
Yeah.
done it. I forgot where
I
they
don't
did
think
it.
that's a good idea.
They've done it before in
Yeah, they did.
another country that was like that. I forgot.
Yo, Sasha
Where it
Banks and
was.
Alexa
That's,
Bliss.
that's,
Yeah.
that's still different.
They got, they basically just wore gear that was all covered up to respect their, traditions and culture over there. So
I mean, it is a sign.
it's a big
of
step. It's a
It
big
is.
sign of change, and who knows? WWE might actually be a catalyst for change out
It
there.
would justify all their oil money.
Yeah, that's another good conversation for another day. But we have
They getting A-Rab.
the former Robbie E. actually started at developmental for WWE. He was in TNA back when it was TNA, and
Robbie E?
he had the
Oh, no, that's Robbie E.
Zack Ryder Jersey Shore gimmick. He actually fought what's his name from Jersey Shore? The Crybaby. Ronnie. He was supposed to fight Ronnie from Jersey Shore. There was a whole segment at TNA. You can check that out. But he started the Performance Center, so good luck to him. Rumors has it that this WrestleMania is going to be one of the longest WrestleManias ever,
What a surprise.
with
That was surprising at all.
about 17 matches rumored to happen.
Oh,
That's gonna be a lot of wrestling. We're gonna be
oh,
there for it. So get ready for that. We're gonna have to have a bunch of Red Bulls and a bunch of fucking.
Them shits are gonna give you wings,
you can see the match better.
right?
Oh my gosh.
We have Chris Cyborg, the woman from UFC, who is one of Ronda Rousey rivals in the UFC, has been talking to her online, pretty much saying like, since she won't face me in a UFC ring, I'll meet her in the WWE ring.
Oh no, I never decided. Did they ever face off? No, I never did.
So
No,
yeah, Cyborg is teasing a WWE appearance or a
Probably. You
WWE.
got
run.
WWE money, girl. You got
As
money.
long as
And
she respects it.
Finally, in my news, we have Chris Jericho is making a cameo or short appearance in the new Jay and Silent Bob reboot.
Billions.
So I like the Jay and Silent Bob. That's pretty funny, and I know Jericho's hilarious. So whatever he's gonna bring to that movie probably gonna be hilarious.
Yeah, of course, sure.
So you have any news before we move on to Raw?
Yo, man, we have over in the UK.
The UK.
The UK.
The UK.
UK here.
UK.
Oh, Paige here.
Paige here.
Paige here. We're talking about Paige here. The WXW 16 karat gold tournament. Now, there's a lot of people in this tournament that are from NXT, WWE. We have Alexander Wolf from Sanity. You remember him? You remember
Who?
Alexander Wolf from Sanity?
He didn't join. He didn't join the Forgotten Sons. Oh, okay.
We had Tony Storm was there, Killer Kelly, Volta, Jordan Devlin was there. Yo, man, we had a lot of people competing in that tournament. Yeah, Finn Balor Jr. We seen Volta versus Phoenix. So once again, a WWE guy versus an AEW guy. We're already seeing it, people. We're ahead of the curve, man. We've seen this already.
Seen it.
Jordan Devlin beat Volta.
What?
I know, right?
Finn
That's,
Balor Jr.
yeah, man.
How, Sway?
But
Finn
the
Balor
tournament
Jr.?
winner was Lucky Kid, and I don't
How
know.
the hell he get past that chop? A guy as small as him.
That chop is.
He had quick
That's
time.
the deadliest chop I've seen in wrestling.
It really is.
He was quick time actions, you know.
He literally made PCO's chest bleed. Like he literally ripped PCO's chest open. Like how that shit bleeding. Yeah, man. That's
Now I want to take a water shot.
yeah, man.
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah, it be like that sometimes. We also have the New Japan World Cup round 2. I'm not trying to tell you
Round 2.
people, you need to go watch this New Japan World Round Cup.
Yeah, go watch it on NewJapanWorld.com. It's only $9 a month.
Facts, you know what I'm saying?
But-
99 yen. It's 99 yen?
Yeah.
Yen.
Something
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You know what I'm saying? 99 yen. You got that yen? You got that yen?
$9.99.
So we had one of the greatest comedy matches of all time with Toriano versus Colt Cabana. But the funny thing is, both of them can really wrestle though. Like it's not like both of them they're comedy wrestlers, but both of them can like
Colt,
actually.
Colt is an indie legend.
Yeah, facts.
Like period.
He's the first of the first.
He's been to WWE in certain roles before, but
You know,
he's
that's
an
Jewy pants. That wasn't his name, but they gave him the super Jewish gimmick, so that was better off. I might as well have been his name. But yeah, Colt Cabana won that. We had Sonata versus Minoru Mizuki, like dead serious, yo. Like Minoru, like Suzuki, like in the tag team match, like the night before, like he was like walking up to the camera because he just beats up everybody after the match. And like he was walking towards the camera like this. I backed up when I was watching because that's just a scary old guy, yo. That's a scary dude, yo. He'll beat you up like for real, like that's serious.
after you guys, like
Zack Sabre Jr. son.
Zack Sabre
Zack
Jr.
Sabre
son.
on Zack Sabre Jr. time. Tapped out Kota Ibushi.
I saw it. Oh my, the way he did it.
He had no choice. He literally had him wrapped up like, yo, he was
Just
tap
tap
out.
out.
Zack Sabre Jr. time for Zack
You
Sabre
know what it
Jr.
is? It's
son.
because Zack Sabre Jr. is so tall and lanky.
Yep.
that he could.
He makes you wrestle his
He'll
match.
wrap his arm around your neck twice, like.
He makes you wrestle his match. You know what I'm saying? And he has not lost in the World Cup yet. This is last year's winner, and it's looking like Jay White, watch your back. We had Hiroshi Tanahashi versus Taguchi, and this is a good wrestle. This is like a good mat wrestling match, and Tanahashi just rolled Taguchi up after they were going back and forth with pinfalls. One, a good wrap past the
Tanahashi's not on the retirement tour.
Yeah, this might be it. This might be it. Well, Tanahashi can still go though. We have
He's like Kenta.
Nah, man.
Kenta can't go.
I'm not hearing that.
At him
At me. Kenta can't go.
Nah, man. Kenta can go, man. We had Will Ospreay beat Lance Archer. That was a good match, man. Will Ospreay, he is like the perfect blend. Him and Kota Ibushi are the perfect blend between like a cruiserweight mixed with a heavyweight. This beast.
Will Ospreay is gonna be AJ Styles level.
Yeah.
Really soon.
Yeah, because now he's changing up his game. Like, he's not taking some of the risks. He's not trying to break his neck every single time he goes
It's
out
the
there.
fact that that he can pull any of that out at any point he wants. Like he's a human bullet. Like
He's a beast, man. He's getting better. He's moving up to the heavyweight division. So big things for Will Ospreay, and he's moving on. We had Okada beat Mikey Nicholas, and Mikey Nicholas is over. It's hard for people to get over in New Japan, and he's gotten over like in the first couple of weeks. The crowd was chanting for him against Okada. Okada's shorts still get the biggest pop of the night. Okada shorts, you know what I'm saying? Rainmaker to close it out. Yoshihashi beat Chase Owens. Chase Owens is probably going to go up against Juice Robinson though, for that United States championship. He's probably going to get that.
I hope so.
I hope he does too, because
They've been building up him to a very, very strong.
he's a good wrestler. I didn't know Chase Owens was a good wrestler.
I mean, he's the crown jewel of professional wrestling. How would you not know?
Ishii, man, and this is the best match I've ever seen Taichi in. Taichi has been slowly winning me over. He's one of the biggest heels in New Japan. People don't really like his in-ring. I think he's getting better and better. But Ishii won. Ishii the Stone Pitbull, man. What you gonna do about it? It's Ishii, bitches. And that was round 2. New Japan Pro Wrestling. Jay White, watch your back. You got some people coming at you hard and fast. Jay White. Lead.
I think he's earning the reputation that's ghetto. Like, so many people complaining.
Long-term booking, man. Long-term
So
booking.
many people complain, but
Ghetto's seen it. He's seen it.
He's been like weaved in almost every storyline, just in the back watching, like he's in the wall, like
that creep. Remember when Randy Orton on that creep wall?
yeah.
That was Jay White
behind the Scientron. This shit just.
Why did WWE drop that stuff? Oh
Yeah,
my
he could have been the
God.
ultimate.
Like the reverse legend. That was
He
a
could have
reverse
been the
legend killer.
ultimate creep.
That was a reverse legend killer. You know what I'm saying? Just
The
like
rookie killer.
yo,
So
WWE, you gotta pick that storyline back up. Sorry.
let's move on to Monday Night Raw.
Oh.
So
I still just probably like I like that.
yeah, so the Shield opens up Raw. They officially disband. They give each other respect. It was the last time they're gonna go their separate ways. So they're really milking the fact that Dean Ambrose might
It
leave.
was a bit anticlimactic. Oh, yeah, still doing that. Yeah. Still doing that.
No
Still
more
doing that.
Shield.
Still.
No more Shield.
Still.
No more Shield. So yeah,
At
they leave.
WrestleMania, we'll probably do this. We gotta build.
If he ends up, I don't think he's leaving.
Nah, it's work.
But they're continuing.
They shot themselves into a work.
Yeah.
Working themselves into a shoot right
Nah, they shot themselves into a work.
Yeah, because he was actually going to
He was
leave,
gonna
but then
leave.
they were like, no.
I think Roman came back, and then they were just like, yeah,
I
dude, all right,
think, honestly, you never know. Probably Roman's situation depressed him, and the fact they pulled him away from Seth so much, couldn't travel with his buddies anymore. It was going
that
to be
storyline
completely
was shit,
different.
and that storyline was shit, and what they do with
If they focus that into the way he's been acting, it probably turned out to be a great story.
Dean Ambrose was supposed to be the Tommaso Ciampa of the main roster.
Yeah,
he was supposed to
but-
be that big of a heel.
Shield officially disbands. They go their separate ways. Rollins cuts a promo, gets interrupted by Paul.
Ladies
Heyman.
and gentlemen, my name is Paul Heyman.
And I say the same thing for the past 5 years. and we soak it up because damn it,
It's still
he
it's
cuts
good.
great fucking
Great
promo.
promo. Real
Even
talk.
though
This leads
say the
into-
same thing every day.
Yeah, this leads into Shelton Benjamin popping up on Monday Night Raw.
Hey, no, stop.
Wait, before you get there, I
Yeah.
want to touch on this point because I feel like this Seth Rollins and Brock Lesnar, because Brock's not there and Seth was injured, this feud was ice cold for a while.
Yeah.
So they had a good back and forth where Seth was just like, yo, Brock has issues with guys like Finn Balor, Daniel Bryan, AJ Styles, and those guys are my shape and style. So, you know, he's like, I'm the perfect guy to beat Brock Lesnar. And then Paul Heyman was like, well, he didn't have time to prepare for them because we thought it was supposed to be Jinder Mahal, then it was AJ Styles, supposed to be AJ Styles, and it was Daniel Bryan, it was supposed to be Braun Strowman, then it was Finn Balor. So I thought that was good. It didn't justify it. The feud is justified, but it added like something to it because this feud really had
Yeah.
it was nothing. It was
I agree. It was ice cold, but I'm glad that they brought Shelton back. Just finally, he needs to be in the spotlight. Like, he's
Yo.
a fucking veteran at this point.
It's the gold
It's
standard.
blasphemy
Standard.
that he's not haven't been using. It's a little fucked up that he has to be using the. Oh, I'm Brock Lesnar's old friend.
Shelton Benjamin's one of those guys that should have done to NXT. Like he never went to NXT. He was in WWE before. That would have been
He
perfect for
would
him
have
to
been
be
NXT champion right now. From the time frame that he showed up on SmackDown and been misused.
But he did get injured though.
So much
You
for
gotta
land
get
the
him
fucking
first of all.
opportunity, huh, guys?
In SmackDown's defense, they have such a stacked roster.
Yeah, but you can weave them in.
You can absolutely.
You can weave
You can.
them in. There's no
No.
excuse for
You
not
can.
having somebody the caliber of Shelton Benjamin.
Facts.
Like, go back to past WrestleManias. This man has highlight after highlight after highlight.
There's a lot of good matches that just go
Great
under,
matches.
that just go under the radar. Yeah, I agree.
This leads into Rollins versus Shelton. Of course, Rollins picks up the win. Next up, we have Finn Balor versus Bobby Lashley. The IC titles on the line. It was a good match. Very good match.
My man.
Leo shows up, distracts Finn Balor. Pretty much, Finn jumps off the ropes mid-air, spear for the win. So Bobby Lashley once again is the
My man.
Intercontinental Champion.
The real.
Honestly, I
Intercontinental
love Bobby Lashley with that belt.
So do I.
He, honestly, I see him making it better than Finn.
Finn did nothing with it.
Finn hasn't done-
Should have never lost it in the first place. Bobby Lashley should have never lost it in the first place.
Unless
So,
the rumors are true and he has a bigger purpose at Mania, face the dead man or something to that caliber. If that's
Should've
the
never
case, I
taken-
understand.
Should have never taken a championship with Bobby Lashley in the first
Yeah,
place.
but why
I
keep
mean,
the why keep the if hypothetically speaking they're going for Taker versus Finn, why keep the belt on Finn when Taker's not gonna go for the belt? Taker
First and
doesn't need the
foremost-
belt at this point in his career, and he
First
might
and
be
foremost, I
retiring.
don't think take it after another championship.
He doesn't need it.
That's
And,
a good.
and
I don't think he has.
he
either.
has it, but he doesn't need it. And but double back on that. If
Now,
that's
just to have it.
if that's the
an ending career,
he
on
doesn't
that note,
he don't.
He doesn't.
just because just to get it.
Just to get it, like
If that's the
That's
case,
right.
hypothetically,
Got
if
that.
it is Demon versus Taker, why take the belt off Lashley in the first place?
My man.
Well,
Should've
they
taken
wanted
over.
they wanted to build some steam for Finn. I don't know what's going. We gotta see tomorrow's Raw.
You know what it
To
is?
really
And
understand the
even-
direction of
you
where
know what it
Finn's
is?
going.
They're trying to go with Bobby Lashley versus Leo for WrestleMania.
Hell no.
And even
Because in a backstage segment that was exclusive.
They
to
are
WWE,
like kind of teasing Leo
and it's teasing.
winning the title or taking the title.
yeah,
My man.
that would be something that
But-
would be really interesting.
Nah,
I don't think Lashley
That's
should
what
have ever
I
lost
think
it.
if anything they'll put Leo in a multi-man match where he wins.
I don't think Lashley should have ever lost it.
I don't think so either.
Even if Demon Balor is coming back, then it would have made it bigger for him to come back as Demon Balor
And
beat
win the title that
at
way.
Mania for the first time instead of like, oh, it's the second time. Even though the first time he didn't do anything. People are like, oh, that's your boy, he won. Just because that's my boy doesn't mean I'm gonna automatically be like, oh, that's a great. No, he didn't do shit with the title. He did have one good. He had one good match with Leo Rush on Raw. That's
Yeah, that was a good title for Fast. I can't lie.
that was it.
But Leo's that good
Yeah.
for his size and stature.
Those two had a good. Yeah,
He's
those two
good.
have good chemistry.
So moving on from that,
My man.
Bobby Lashley, congratulations, new champion. Ronda comes out, cuts a promo. I'm down on Ronda with those kayfabe breaking bullshit she's doing. I have to be against it. The damn name of the podcast is kayfabe bad. Respect kayfabe.
It's
Respect.
Respect kayfabe.
it's just the way she's breaking it.
I don't like the way she's breaking
That's
it.
what they talking about wrestling.
It's not giving progression to wrestling. It's not.
It's not helping.
So she cuts her little promo. The good highlight out of the segment was Dana Brooke. Like I still don't believe in Dana Brooke as far as being able to be a player because of the fact the way she cut the promo. But
That's not
what
even
she
the real,
said,
it's not even a real Dana Brooke.
what she said
So replace it.
is a clone Dana. She took off all her makeup. She
That's
did
cool, man.
that on purpose
that's
though.
The reptilian.
Yeah, that's reptilian.
Reptilian.
Just like that was reptilian Ultimate Warrior.
Yeah. So Dana Brooke comes out no makeup, bears her heart out. She's been there for a long time. You will respect this company. You will respect the locker room. Or I'll give my career up. That trying.
I travel all over the world for my family. I might not get on the show, but
Yeah.
I love being here.
Yep. I might not be able to get on the show, but I love it. No. Anyways, she gets her ass whipped.
Oh my gosh, Conda Soul kicks her ass.
Ronda whoops her ass real quick. No holding
No
on.
mercy.
No mercy. Punches the shit out of her. Just multiple shots. It was
Codeine.
crazy.
You want to see the armbar?
Oh.
You want to see the armbar? Pay
Oh.
$60.
Yeah, that was crazy. The referees try to stop it. They get into a big thing trying to hold her back. She starts beating the hell out of referees, punching them, boxing them
I
out.
love this Ronda. I just don't like the. You ever heard the expression? It's not what you say, it's how you say
How
it.
you say it. Yeah,
That's
that
my
is exactly.
only issue with it. My only issue.
That's my issue with it too, because I actually like this Ronda too. But stop breaking kayfabe.
Yeah.
Anyways, moving on, we got Ricochet and Aleister Black versus the Glorious Ones, Rude and Gable. I'm not gonna get into the details of it. Black and Ricochet win. It was okay, but the ending, that Black Mass, when he connects the way he does, Jesus Christ, fade to black. Next, after that, we have the Revival come out, attack Aleister Black and Ricochet on the stage, and we have the three teams kind of stand. The Glorious Ones and the Revival standing with Aleister Black and Ricochet between them on the ground after the attack. So alluding to maybe a triple threat tag team match at Mania.
Probably.
Maybe more than that.
Probably.
Next up we have Alexa Bliss announcing that she's going to be the host of WrestleMania.
Great.
I think that's a fail.
Alexa Bliss
What
is
do you think,
injured.
though?
It's a fail.
Alexa Bliss is
That's
injured.
like the biggest star that WWE has to offer. She's hosting WrestleMania. You guys kidding me?
You know what? I absolutely agree with Focus.
Okay,
She says
Alexa.
goddamn fail.
Okay,
is
Alexa
the
Bliss.
biggest star.
Let's take
that
out
they
our
have to
cats
offer.
off.
All right, Alexa
Put
Bliss.
that to the side.
Alexa Bliss is
And let's
the
be
biggest
realistic.
key star.
You're in New York. You're at WrestleMania. You could have had any artist,
They don't want to
The
pay for that.
dirty truth
any
is,
celebrity.
the dirty truth is Alexa Bliss is injured, and they don't want to say it.
I know
She's
that,
injured. She's injured.
but
It sucks.
they don't want to give her a full run back, and I understand that, but
I'm blaming it on Nia Jax.
give her a segment. It is Nia Jax's fault.
I'm blaming it on Nia Jax.
You know why it's Nia Jax's fault?
Yeah, I'm blaming it on Nia Jax.
You know why?
Why?
You absolutely, undoubtedly, unquestionably, 100% completely suck.
I don't know if it's Nia Jax's fault.
At this
but
point, I don't think I can forgive Nia
you
Jax.
injure most girls, so.
She injures most girls.
So by default, I'm gonna go ahead and blame.
Yeah, it's definitely a fault. Next up, we have the Braun Strowman Street Fighter segment, where the guest host of last week's Raw from SNL,
Whatever his
who
name
we
is.
don't know who they are,
Something like
but
that.
some guys from SNL give him a gift because of the disrespect they gave to wrestling in front of Braun Strowman. Give him the gift of the car. Braun Strowman Street Fighters him like he's 4th or 5th match in arcade mode and just straight up beats the hell out of the car. Like 4 or 5 hits, he got the car completely destroyed.
I'm so over Braun Strowman.
I'm a little over with Braun
And
Strowman
everything
too.
they do with him. They
Yeah.
book him so bad.
He's gonna have a gimmick situation at WrestleMania.
Why not? And that's gonna be his thing
Again.
at WrestleMania. Why not?
Next up, we have Elias, and he's interrupted by No Way Jose, who
No, wait.
now is
Jose-
cosplaying
no, wait.
Naomi.
Huh.
And
Who's
long
that?
story short,
Yo,
he
whose
interrupts
man's
him.
is this?
He
What
beat,
you talking about?
Elias beats the hell out of him.
Thank you.
Drift away on the ramp.
Thank you.
Whose man's is that? Yeah.
Whose
man's
man's
is
is
Whose man's
Who is booking?
with the glow braids,
Yeah.
cosplaying Naomi? We already feel the glow on SmackDown. We don't
Yeah.
need to feel the glow on Raw.
Yo, that's serious.
You know what they should have told him when they asked him about, like, should I call him a race? They should have been like, no way, Jose.
You see what he did there? Because his name is Jose and his gimmick is no way.
No way. What was he thinking? That's not how you stand out, brother. That's how you get gimmick.
Who is booking this crap?
You know what I say to his hair?
It should go away.
I feel bad for No Way Jose, to be completely honest with you.
I don't.
He can't really wrestle that good.
My man,
Was he getting money?
as
He is big
a
money.
fellow
He's a
Hispanic
juggernaut.
person,
Big money for
Latino heat in the building. As a fellow Hispanic person, you
Something
should
about
know
it.
going into the WWE, you come out with this dancing bachata shit that you came out, you're gonna get gimmick. You're gonna get put in that corner. That's all you had to give us. I don't know if WWE gave you this as a factory gimmick, but you stuck to this shit, and now you're doubling down by having the Naomi braids. Smart decisions. Who's booking his hair? Who's booking his hairstyle?
That's pretty crap.
Moving on from that, Elias dominates him, drift away on the ramp because he shouldn't be interrupting Elias. Damn it.
Hopefully
Until he cuts that abomination, he needs to not be on the show.
Hopefully that knocks some sense into him.
Yeah, so he needs a new gimmick. I want him to succeed so bad because he actually has the physique, the build, the look, and the charisma.
Yeah.
He's just gimmicked himself agreeing to this shit. Anyways, moving on, we have Natalya versus Nia Jax. Jax wins by a DQ when Beth Phoenix interferes, drops Nia Jax. On the way back to Gorilla, Sasha Banks and Bayley end up jumping Nia and Tamina. So it looked like we might have a triple threat tag team match, past, present, and future. I guess they try to go. Next up we have Batista. Huh?
Huh?
I said we have Batista.
Who's this guy?
And you know what you're gonna do?
You know what I want.
You know what you're gonna do?
You know what I want.
Do you know what you're gonna do, Hunter?
You know what I want.
You're gonna give him what you want.
You know what?
He looked like
and
Smeagol
James
from
Gunn-
Lord of the Rings, begging for his precious.
You know what I want.
Like,
And
you're
then,
gonna
and
give me what I want.
And then next thing you know, James Gunn is the guy
Yeah.
there again.
I think it reverberated through all space and time, and everybody gave everything that Batista wanted. They gave it to him. You know what I want? James Gunn back. Give me what I want.
You know what I want.
Oh yeah, and WrestleMania. So Triple H ends up giving him what he wants. It's the WrestleMania match versus Triple H, and he said, "I'm gonna give you what you
You know
want,
what I want.
but I'm gonna stipulate the match.
I'm talking.
No holds barred."
Does that still involve Give me what I want?
I think so.
So that's fine.
I think so. Yeah. So that's fine. Next up, Kurt Angle makes his WrestleMania announcement. It'll be his last match. He's gonna retire after that. He has confirmed that he's still gonna be working in business, but matches are gonna be out of the
Who's
question.
booking this crap?
He also had his last match that night in Philadelphia, where he's from.
Glorified squash
So-
match against Apollo Crews.
Definitely glorified squash match for Apollo.
God damn it.
I mean, it's a respect thing.
Who's
I'm pretty
booking
sure
this crap?
Apollo in real life really respected the fact that
Absolutely.
he got chosen. I'm pretty sure he got chosen by Kurt.
God forbid they made that into a storyline or anything like that. Like, it's just, who was booking this crowd? It's Kurt freaking Angle. He won a gold medal with a broken freaking neck. This guy is
like I said,
arguably one of the greatest wrestlers
I'm
of
pretty
all
sure-
time, and they're giving him this crap booking.
I'm
it's
pretty
so
sure
crap.
he asked for
Crap.
Apollo for his last match
It's
at
not even
Philly.
about Apollo. His whole run has been crap. But I feel like this entire run that Kurt
Because
Angle
he
back
shouldn't
is
be wrestling.
crap.
He shouldn't be
But
wrestling, bro.
you can hide his weaknesses. You can hide his weaknesses.
You could hide his
Hide
weaknesses,
weaknesses.
but you can't hide his physique and how he looks. He
Yeah.
looks broken down.
Nobody was thinking about how.
He looks like he's in a wrestling shoe position at all times.
But during that match with
He can't even lift the mic past this.
him in that match with him and Ronda and Hunter and Steph, everybody was fine with that match. Why? Because it just made Kurt look good. You put Kurt in situations where he looks good. They just haven't. They booked Kurt. How
You know what it is? Kurt Angle can't go anymore.
Kurt Angle can't go! But I hope he does at WrestleMania, because then you're wasting my time.
At me.
I love you, Kurt. We definitely enjoy everything you do. It's just time. Anyways, Roman Reigns versus Corbin is next. Doesn't even happen. Drew McIntyre comes out, attacks him, has a whole Vision Blur segment with it, and Seth comes out and sees if he's okay. They head to the back. Dean is pissed off at what he just seen and asks for a match against Drew McIntyre. Now, this match ended up being no disqualification per Dean's request, and this shit was crazy. They did a spot where Dean gets put in like a what is that, like what they call them? Like a banish, like when you go down the steps,
Staircase,
like the rail on the stairs. Put him in between the rails. Claymore kicked him inside of it, like crazy. Pinned him. It's over. Dean ends up. Drew McIntyre ends up standing on the announcer's table celebrating his win. Sees Dean kind of stirring again. Claymore kick again. Drew is a beast, and I'm pretty sure after WrestleMania season, after his match with Roman, I think he's finally gonna get put in that direction. Like they have to. That was Monday Night Raw, so pretty eventful Raw. You should just check it out yourselves.
Definitely.
And moving on to what is it? The C show.
Definitely the B show.
The E show, I think it is.
This is definitely the B show.
The E show.
This is definitely the B show. This is SmackDown is definitely better than Raw. I want to make that clear, right? SmackDown is definitely better than Raw.
It's the C show.
I just want to make that clear.
NXT is the A show.
Because NXT is the A show.
It's the E show, technically, the E show.
Yeah, NXT is the A show.
Because you gotta remember 205 Live. And
Nobody watches 205 Live.
So what? It's
Nobody
still
watches
better.
205 Live,
Still
man.
better, though.
Oh my gosh, nobody watches 205.
So let's move on to SmackDown.
So, is that him? Is that PCO? No, that's not PCO.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a tattoo part though. But the B show opens up with Shane McMahon coming out, and he's demanding that the ring announcer announce him as Shane McMahon, the best in the world. And he did it, and he didn't like it the first time, so he told him to do it again. He said, "Add more vigor in it. Add more vigor in your words." I like this new heel Shane gimmick. I really like the story with him and The Miz, with the whole best in the world thing. I feel like they dropped the little bit with the best in the world thing and focused on the Miz dad, but I feel like overall, it was a good long-term story.
It literally
I felt
was
like
from the crap pay-per-view that we all wanted to get. And that was the one memorable thing that became.
For what other Crown Fool happened in what, November?
Fucker.
From like Crown
Hold that.
Yeah,
from
November.
like November
Mr. Miz.
from November to April. That's a long man, do that
Long-term story.
Or you turned Miz babyface? Who thought we would get a Miz baby? Who
And you know what's
wanted a
funny?
Miz babyface?
On our discussion episode last week, he definitely called Miz being the face and Shane turning on him.
I thought they were gonna do it the other way. I really thought they were gonna do it. I'm glad they did it this way. I'm really glad they did it
Yeah,
this way.
because Stop. This is the first time Miz is facing. Everybody's behind him. Like,
Yeah,
legitimately.
he's a very believable babyface. Very believable. He wasn't even there, which adds even more to it. So when he shows up next week, he's gonna get a big pop. Then we had Team Extreme and Ricochet and Aleister Black versus the League of Nations 2.0.
The League of Nations 2.0.
It is basically League of
Yeah,
Nations 2.0.
it is.
And that's the Bar versus Ricochet. I mean the Bar Ricochet. The Bar with Rusev and Shinsuke Nakamura. And they was having a pretty good match. And then the New Day came out and cleared how. I really like this because it was a serious New Day. And like that's what I like about.
Oh yeah, they
That's
beat the hell out of
that's
everybody.
the new nation of domination.
And I like this about them because just like I don't mind the pancakes and all that for the most
You know
part.
what's funny?
But when it gets time to get serious,
This was exactly what I've been begging for every week from New Day.
I'll actually think.
And for the first time, he was like, we still New Day at the end of the day. We could bring the comedy, but ain't no time for that.
Yeah.
We don't got time for that. 11 years we've been waiting. Kofi's been waiting.
Get serious.
It's time for us to be serious, and I've been dying for this. No breakup, no nothing. Just switch gears, and that's what they're doing.
That's why when you said that about Kofi, I was like, nah, they can get serious, and this is kind of what it was like. Remember, like then remember when it was fighting like the Usos last
I was
year?
getting sick of Big E pulling pancakes out his balls.
It does get a little. It does get
I
like
was
a
getting
little too
sick
much
of it.
sometimes.
Sick of it.
Sometimes
I feel like that's a health code violation.
it definitely
It
is.
definitely is.
People like Edith, God bless her soul. You know, because sometimes it's like really funny. Sometimes it's just like
No, there'll be
y'all
that
like,
geek with the
y'all doing too much.
with the Ziploc bag. Put the pancake in it. Like I'm gonna get the sign
The
at a
sign.
convention.
And then the Usos had a promo backstage, you know, on the smoky, murky stairwells, you know, cutting their promos out like they spit the ball. And yo, Oos, what up, big Oos? You know what I'm saying? Every tag team out here, what about him? Dead, kill him, over, in the ground. Who wants this for us? Nobody.
To the
Uso Penitentiary. Bang, pow, you're dead. Everybody, every tag team out there. Like, but I love the promos.
they did call out the Hardys for the most part in that
Oh,
situation.
Then the brother, yes.
So-
I love this. I love what Matt's doing because now he's like basically every promo in one. He's like every gimmick that he had in one.
Which is awesome.
What's
He-
Jeff doing?
He needs to be the icon.
Jeff is just obsolete.
Jeff is obsolete.
He's just trying to fight for the US title right now. It needs to be the icon.
No, they swerved that. Jeff completely out the US title picture.
Yeah,
So
He's in the tag team title picture.
Yeah,
It's
definitely.
gonna
So
be
what
Jay,
they need to do.
the
They need to
Usos
make-
versus the Hardys.
They need to make the iconic Hardys with this is
With the Iconics.
No, they need
No,
to
the
win.
icon- the
They need
iconic
to
Hardys
either
is the
win and then eventually lose, or lose this and then start merging their way into becoming broken again.
Yeah, I want to
Nah.
Fully give us the Matt versus Jeff Broken Hardy
I think
story.
they should move past Broken and go to the iconic Matt Hardy. Like when he was in Ring of Honor, he started the Kingdom and such. He was the iconic Matt Hardy, and he should bring that character back. And Jeff Hardy should bring the Antichrist of professional wrestling character back, and they just turn heel.
I don't know if they'll.
I'd rather see Willow.
I don't think they'll do the Antichrist because of the name of it. But
I mean, they
but
won't
Willow-
say it, but
Yeah.
but the
idea
money
of it.
getting Jeff Hardy, the sellout that
I would love to see them explore all that stuff. I would love to see them.
TNA.
I would love to see them explore all those characters and then
I
go
want
back to the.
I
complete-
want to even want to see what Itchy.
I would love to see.
I could do without it.
I can do
What's
it.
wrong with Itchy?
I really don't like Ishvi. Ishvi is that part of Jeff Hardy that makes him do stupid shit like get drunk
Yeah,
and
we don't
crash cars.
Yeah, we don't.
We don't need Ishvi.
I feel like we should get all those incarnations of the Hardys, and then it should all culminate with them being completely broken, and WWE just giving them the green light to really just be broken and not the WWE version of it. But then, moving on. Next, we have Randy Orton and AJ Styles. And I never thought I'd say this, but man, Randy Orton cut a good promo. Him and AJ Styles would just shoot, boom, 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 boom. It was basically kind of the classic
Oh yeah.
indie guy versus WWE guy.
With your knockoff diamond cutter.
And then it's like, oh, so you guys never borrowed anything from us? And then, he threw up some sweets on. So there was some good shots, though. I mean, this is going to be a good match. Randy Orton versus AJ Styles.
I could definitely see AJ rebounding off the ropes, RKO out in midair.
Maybe. I don't know who's going to win this. So we'll find out at Mania. Then we have Asuka versus Sonya Deville. And then So and then Mandy Rose did something with she was looking for something under the ring. She tripped on the Sonya. She distracted Sonya Deville. Asuka kicked her. No, she caught her with the Asuka lock and she won. Looks like Fire and Desire gonna break her. Next,
I'm trying to
iconic.
push Mandy. That's why.
Yeah, but it's like.
But why you gotta break them up? It doesn't make no sense. Because that means that's less tag team for the women's division.
And they're one of the most established tag team, like it's just women's tag team, and it's just like Asuka's back. Asuka is the women's champion. Asuka is backseat to Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville.
You know what? It could be the Charlotte and Becky Lynch effect. They're so busy with the Raw Women's
That's
Championship
true.
that how many women do we really have that are contending against
This
Asuka?
is why you build new stars. What did you call Lacey Evans up for? What did you call Nikki Cross up for?
Nikki Cross has been, oh my god, the ball's been so dropped on her.
What did you
She
call
could
up
be
for?
the crazy one tearing through to
Her
get that
and
title.
Asuka could have been having a crazy feud right now. It wouldn't have been as big as Becky and Ron, but they're just not. But it could have been a good, compelling. It's like, what was the point, guys?
Yeah.
Who is booking this crap? Like for real. Then and it's kind of a shame. I love Becky. She is still the man, but seeing her come out and seeing her wobble and throw away the crutch, it just it's a big fat smack reminder of how convoluted this goddamn storyline has been. She to a point where she even comes out and comments like, "I've been suspended, and I've been arrested, then I've been." It's just like. Like I liked it, but I just like her watching her show
You know
back
what's
and forth.
funny?
It was just
She
like,
tried to play it off like she manipulated the whole situation.
which I think goes against the character.
That she had Ronda purposely play mental games against Ronda to get her into the situation where she can even compete, which actually makes a lot of sense.
Good way to try to retcon it. Yeah, good attempt.
It was good.
It was still a dumb story. It's still convoluted.
It
It's still
definitely. I
convoluted.
can't argue against that.
It's still
because I
convoluted.
agree that
It's
it is,
so
but
convoluted. We
that
shouldn't-
makes sense. Like I started joking with her on Twitter, so she can get pissed off. I'm hurt. Let her anger make me get DQ'd and still win. And now I got 4 weeks to heal up.
I mean, it was a good way to retcon it, but we should have never even ever been in this situation in the first place. You had such a good organic story. Only thing you had to do was just let it ride. Really, what you had to do was just let it ride. You know what I'm saying? Facts. Way too much booking. It's kind of weird. WWE has this problem where they either overbook stuff or they just don't book stuff enough.
Yeah.
Becky and Ronda, overbooked. Asuka, not booked enough.
Because there was no hashtag give Becky a chance.
Nope, sure wasn't. But then we had a tag team match. It was kind of the same four group of guys, but these guys just always put on awesome matches, so it kind of doesn't matter. But Samoa Joe and Andrade versus R-Truth and Rey Mysterio. And I mean, even in the tag, these four guys are just... I never knew I wanted to see these four guys wrestle so much. I would not mind seeing these four guys wrestle again
I
at
didn't know I
WrestleMania.
wanted to see R-Truth in so much stuff.
Yo, I hope this stuff with him doing the John Cena stuff goes somewhere. Like, I really hope it's just not him just doing that and it just... I hope John Cena
I don't think
eventually
it
comes
will
on, right?
because let's be real. John Cena faces Kurt. That's already out
It
there.
doesn't have to happen at WrestleMania. He can just pop up on SmackDown one
Yeah.
day and it's just like...
I mean,
hey,
I hope they give a little payoff for him to have a build around R-Truth.
Yeah.
I doubt it.
I thought it was gonna go somewhere with that, but it's alright. But Rey Mysterio, which I didn't necessarily like this, but I liked the way that what happened after. Rey Mysterio rolled up Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe sold it like he just lost the United States Championship, which he didn't, and then he beat up everybody. Like even Andrade, he just
Destroyed
He just
everybody.
beat up everybody, and I like that because it sells. Oh my God, I lost.
It looks
Wins
like
and losses
it looks like it's
matter.
going to be a fated four-way at WrestleMania.
And I don't mind that because
I don't mind that
these
either.
guys are awesome together.
But we got to see Joe do the eyes.
The eyes, yes, the eyes. The Wendy eyes. Wendy. And we had Mustafa Ali and Kevin Owens versus Daniel Bryan and Rowan. And I like this match. It put Rowan over. It kind of ripped Mustafa Ali and Kevin Owens out of the World Heavyweight Championship scene. So I don't know. I don't want to say it was a waste bringing Kevin Owens back so soon, but I think if I were booking it, I would have waited to the Raw.
Me too.
There's just not enough time for the build of
I was just waiting for the shakeup.
Yeah,
Honestly, the shakeup shouldn't even be a shakeup. I feel like they need to go back to that draft feeling.
We
Like
need a draft. We need general managers.
Yeah.
general managers
yeah, all
that
that.
get to
Put
pick
the
people
authority
throughout the
back.
night.
Put the authority back.
Honestly, to be honest with you, I know a lot of people don't like. I like heel authority only when it's like Triple
When it's
H and
used
Stephanie.
right.
When it's Triple H and Stephanie, and I like what Vince is doing, but I don't feel like he's consistent. I feel like Kevin Owens.
I think
should
what
have
Vince
been
is
a heel.
doing now needs to lead into the story where
I like what he's doing with Kofi.
you're bugging, you're acting crazy, you need to step down, we got this.
That's what it definitely should. I feel like they should really play off it. I like heel authority figures when it's done. Like Shane, what he's doing right now, being done right. Stephanie will never be a babyface. WWE, just stop it. Stop it. It's not gonna happen. It's count the fact that WWE is trying to make Stephanie a babyface. Count the sins, WWE. Count the goddamn sins. It's ridiculous to try to make her. Triple H can do that because of NXT. That's why.
Triple H can do that because of how many phases of his career.
Exactly. Facts. But I feel like because he's the godfather of NXT, that we always, even when he's bad, we still kind of cheer him because it's like, this is the godfather of NXT. So the main event angle was the New Day, serious. Let me put this in
The
parentheses.
serious day.
And they had and they were having a basically a face off with Vince. And Vince, this is the best I've seen Vince look since he's like basically like come back and been a regular character on TV. Vince McMahon was keeping it real, just like, listen, Kofi, you're great. You're gonna go in the Hall of Fame, but not by yourself. Of course, you're gonna go with the New Day. You didn't really think you were gonna go by yourself.
I kind of agree.
I
agree.
if
He did nothing special.
if it was
before.
a shoot Hall
The
of
Royal
Fame,
Rumble things, okay.
if it was a shoot Hall of Fame, I would argue with it because his accomplishment Intercontinental United States multi-time tag team, longest reigning tag team of all
How
time.
many of those rings do you
His
remember?
accolades, none of them, but he's the longest reigning tag team champion of all time, so automatically that. But the way they do the Hall of Fame, absolutely. Look at the people that are in the Hall of Fame. So
He's going in as
Torrie
New
Wilson.
Day.
you
I kind of like that blunt, like.
I love what
I
Vince is saying.
loved
Oh, I
it,
love
like-
it. More of this, Vince. More of
And
that.
I
More
love
of
the fact that
More of
Kofi straight up told him, I know that you don't usually give people who look like me an opportunity.
I
It's
love
just
how
a
that-
heavy-handed,
Very
just a
under.
heavy-handed
You don't gotta
comment.
say it outright. You don't
Yeah.
gotta say it outright because
But it
Vince
was
even
like,
said
ooh,
like
Kofi, let's go!
because Vince was like it's people like you and it's all these undertoned.
Heavy-handed statements.
And I like it. I like it. And if you follow me, brother, you know I'm super pro. But it's in this, it was used in anything can be if it's used in the right way, it can be.
Racist.
You know what I'm saying? And it, I don't think it's for, of course, with the WWE being the public, like they're not gonna go in that direction. But the undertoning of it was awesome. I think they should ride along more with it. I wanted Kofi to be like, because he told the New Day basically like,
Honestly,
chill guys. I
it's
want
looking
to
like
keep the
we're
jobs.
gonna get our first full black WWE champion.
Because The Rock is
I mean,
not fully black. Roman Reigns is Italian and Samoan. He's something completely.
Yeah, no, this has not been one.
I would like for Kofi to be like, yo, I would like for.
Then after that,
eventually-
can we get out my Puerto Rican brothers to get another title? Like,
facts.
like
Facts.
we don't even get good titles. We
Representation
don't even
matters.
get good mini titles runs. Like, we don't even get good late card titles.
And NXT to do though. NXT to do.
Who?
Andrade.
He's Mexican.
Sorry.
Knock on wood.
But I think in NXT.
We haven't had a champion since Puerto Rican champion since Carlito, United States, and Nelson, and his brother and cousin, the tag team titles. As far as heavyweight title status, we haven't had one since Recipes, Pedro Morales in the 1970s.
Damn.
We haven't even had number one contendership for it.
I think definitely. I think not even just NXT around the indie scene. If the right Puerto Rican wrestler comes around with all the right stuff,
We had him, Carlito.
WWE did kind of drop.
They dropped the ball on him.
I'm not gonna lie. I never seen Carlito as the the guy.
Not the guy, but he was
But
up. He was up there,
there.
and there was a
Yeah.
couple times where the crowd was so behind
Behind
him.
him, absolutely, yeah.
Like, nah, man.
So yeah, WWE they
They
kind
ruined
of I would like to see Kofi like on the go home angle, be like, listen, Vince, I've been through all this and all this. Like, I'm like telling Big E and Xavier, like, you guys not gonna lose your job, but Vince, if you keep screwing me in my opportunities, you're gonna get these hands or something like step to him like.
I don't like the
step to
fact
him.
that Big E and them are such a mouthpiece for them, unless the rumors are true. They swerve, and Big E ends up turning on Kofi at Mania, which is a rumor that's going around. Then I understand, because it's like, I got you this. You didn't even speak for yourself. You know, like,
Yeah, I can see
that would
I
be
can
like,
see
oh shit. Like,
I can see that,
the
but
New Day got all the way here and this happened.
I'm conflicted because I
want to see him, if you're going to give it to us, go all the way. I want to see Kofi win.
Go
Yeah.
all.
But if they do it after he wins, like, I got you
That's
here,
an
now it's
immediate-
outside.
it's an immediate feud. It's an
Like,
immediate
big ending on Kofi.
That's an-
Xavier's like, what the hell?
If they
Ah,
do
this
that,
is my title.
Yeah.
This is my title.
I got you this.
that's the way you make a championship.
I got you this.
Honestly, and
Oh
we're
my
doing
god.
that. That's the way you
Can
make
we
a champion.
book your stuff?
That will immediately be a huge angle because like Kofi winning and then Big E turning on him. That's immediate.
Why aren't we?
Those two
booking this
immediately
crap?
will ultimately be like intertwined in like it will be one of the best things ever. And I will, as much as I would love that to happen, I'm not gonna front. I don't want to see Bray Wyatt lose. I'm not gonna front. I don't want to see.
Because you want to see the planet's champion.
I want to see the planet's champion just
You gotta
be
count the
champion.
sins.
But if he were gonna lose, if he was, I think if Daniel Bryan were gonna lose, I feel like at Mania to Kofi, this is the perfect time. Like Daniel Bryan, I feel like he's there.
I think it's a perfect
or
time.
SummerSlam.
I think it's a perfect time, and to do it at Mania because it's gonna be something bigger than himself.
Yeah, absolutely.
And if Daniel Bryan wants to be a part of big change like that, that's such a cultural thing.
Yeah,
Kofi winning at not only winning at Mania, but come on, that the history of that title specifically, like yeah, we have Mark Henry as the world championship, but that WWE title, the title that means everything.
Yeah, and I think and the crowd are behind Kofi like crazy. So I think if there's ever gonna be a time.
Yeah.
Something to do with Strike Without Iron is hot.
So-
that was smack a down.
Smack
down.
Kofi says NXT, man. Let's put this
No,
NXT.
damn, you
Yeah.
see how he forgets?
Jumps over Leo 5 live.
Was he even on? Was Leo?
He hasn't been on.
He wasn't even on it.
He's not even involved in this tournament thing. Nothing.
I'm
He's
not even
officially
gonna hold
Raw,
you. I'm
man.
not even gonna hold you. I definitely forgot about. I feel bad. I know there was some good matches, but I forgot.
It was the tournament matches.
So like they
I'm
say,
sorry. I'm sorry to a lot guys.
205 Live opens up to the semifinalists cutting a video hyping the tournament. Murphy does his own video promo from Melbourne saying that it doesn't matter who wins. It really doesn't. Because
He's
at the end of the day,
He's gonna V-trigger the shit out of anybody in that
on the
match.
pre-show, and it's gonna suck.
pre-show.
It's gonna be a good match on the pre-show.
So the first match of the semifinal is Oney Lorcan and Cedric Alexander. It was a good match. It shows how much of a ring veteran Lorcan was. Trying to get Alexander's rib so he couldn't get through the lumbar tracks. However,
Were there a lot of European uppercuts in it?
yes, very lots
A lot of
Cesaros.
lots of that. Man, Cesaro's around. Cesaro for you.
So, anyways, Alexander hits the lumbar check for the win. Really made Alexander look strong and proceed against Oney Lorcan.
I love that finish.
I wish Alexander was just gonna fucking manager, man.
Yeah, he was a mouthpiece.
Yeah,
He
definitely.
definitely was a
So
mouthpiece.
moving on.
So moving on, we have a backstage segment with Mike Kanellis and Maria. They're talking to Drake, and Drake tells him that he will face one of the best cruiserweights in the world next week, and there's no room for losers in 205 Live, so you better win.
Bruh! They better have some redemption for Matt Canellis.
Yo, you
If not,
gotta win, yo.
He has to win.
Yo,
The
hashtag
fact
Mike
that he
Kanellis
wasn't
gotta
even in
win,
this
yo.
tournament.
Hashtag Mike Kanellis gotta win, yo. Please let Mike Kanellis win.
I don't know. Hopefully he's... Honestly, I really wish they would swerve him into this title match.
That would be nice.
It would be something. Pay
It
off,
would
man.
be nice if 205 Live was.
I hate when people lose for no reason. and you got all this TV time, but you just continually lose.
It just
That's why
sucks.
wins and losses matter.
So-
No matter what WWE tells you, wins and losses matter. And also, no matter what she tells you, no matter how fine she is, no matter how curvy, how thick she is, there is no sex in the champagne room. You know where I'm going with that one.
So next we have Davari Cunny in the video promo. He needs to have a match already.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
hopefully-
Promos
Against
fantastic,
people
though.
who actually matter.
Yeah.
So the main event, we have Tony Nese versus Drew Gulak. I really like this match. They both did a good job making each other look strong. I wanted Drew to win, but I can understand why they went with Tony Nese.
Yeah.
So next week is going to be Tony Nese versus Cedric Alexander for the finals of the Cruiserweight.
Not only that, they've been building Tony Nese for a few weeks with promo work and backstage like videos.
And him
stuff.
and Buddy Murphy are like
Not,
friends.
and not only that, Drew is kind of in everything.
Yo, Drew
He's
Gulak.
on 205. He's on NXT.
I wanna see him on
and
NXT.
regularly. He's on NXT.
I want to
too.
see him like more on NXT. Like I want to see Drew Gulak be like
So
inserted
he's
into like.
doing triple duty.
I want to see Drew Gulak versus.
Speaking of NXT,
versus Matt Riddle.
NXT. The A
Oh my
brand.
gosh,
Definitely
this is
the A
such
brand.
a. Oh, this is such a good. Oh, I'm so excited. I just can't hurt it.
he's still trying to sneak in them songs. You see that?
Hey, Rhonda. Ooh. I wanna know
Why you break kayfabe?
Why you break kayfabe? Why, Ronnie? Ronnie!
Stop it, Ronnie.
Stop it, Ronnie!
You're such an annoying prick, Ronnie. Bloody tosser. So the Dusty Rhodes Tournament Classic semifinal match. We have some people and they were against Mustache Mountain.
Well, who were the men?
I keep on forgetting.
They always
Anyways,
the Forgotten
The
Son.
Forgotten Sons.
Hey,
Yeah,
the
there we
Forgotten
go.
Sons.
There we go.
so
Okay.
it was a good match. I wanted the Big Strong Boys to win, but I can understand why they went with the other guys who.
What's the name again?
Oh, the Forgotten
That guy
Sons.
who was the partner of Buddy Murphy with the other guy and the guy from TNA.
The funny thing is, the
I
guy,
forgot the name.
the guy on the outside is a star. That's the funny.
Yeah.
He's a
What's
star.
his name again?
I literally don't remember.
Alright,
That's not even a joke. That's a shit. I really don't. I don't know. Nah, I mean, the Forgotten Sons are getting themselves over. I tell you that. Their wins in the tournament make them look strong. Even though I really wanted to see the Street Profits win. I really wanted to see, not win. I wanted to see the Street Profits go over them. I really wanted to see the Big Strong Boys go over.
Big Strong Boys.
Big Strong Boys.
It's about time we start remembering the Forgotten Sons.
Yo,
And this is the reason why we can start remembering them.
Facts.
So,
So next we go to the number one contenders match for the NXT Women's Title. We have Io Shirai versus Bianca Belair.
Who is?
Undefeated.
Except for that one time she lost.
except for that one time she got defeated.
But other than that, she's pretty
She's still the
undefeated.
EST.
Still ESC.
Yes.
So, yeah,
She has
she's
an
still
undefeated personality.
Facts. That's what it is. Big facts.
So
It was a pretty good match.
it was really good match.
Yeah.
The hair thing continues to impress me. Like I
Comes out of
was
nowhere.
watching it, and I'm like,
She's not
how
doing
many
it.
things we can think of that she can do with just her hair?
A lot.
Yeah, it comes from out of, you don't ever see it coming, except for.
You can have a
when she
bull rope
touches
match without having a bull rope.
it. Yeah, I love the Sky Pirates. We had Shayna Baszler on commentary.
And
During the
now,
match.
you know what? That was the only problem I had with this NXT episode.
What?
It was like, okay, you
Shayna
got your
Baszler,
three
everybody.
people, and then you just okay, you could beat them up, but you put all of them to sleep so nobody could jump you while the other one was getting put to sleep.
Yeah,
You put three people to sleep.
she won. Hey,
Three.
That is, yeah. I mean, even the crowd. Was
That's
booing.
why the first thing I saw him was like, damn, Shayna needs a high impact move for a finish, so she could switch off for that submission.
Yeah, she does.
Because it would have made more sense if she hit the high impact move, whatever it would be, on the other two, and then put
Instead
the
of
last
putting
one to sleep.
She
Yeah.
should just
By
do
putting
TKO.
all three to sleep, now I'm supposed to believe in the fatal four way. Any of these girls got a chance, unless they all team up on her.
Yeah, I mean, but this with the long, I absolutely get your point of view. That I think the long term, what they're trying to tell is that Kairi Sane has beat Shayna Baszler already. Bianca Belair got a visual pin on her, but the referee was down, and Io Shirai did beat her in that tag team match. But I agree with you. I wouldn't have booked it like that, where she just put all the.
Yeah, I didn't like
It was a bit like even the crowd was chanting like
boring, and
Yeah.
she started raising her title to cover the heat.
It was a bit too much.
But I didn't like it.
Booked her a bit too strong.
So the next match on the main event for the Dusty Rhodes.
Oh.
Dusty Rhodes, the American
The
Dream,
American
Dusty
son of a
Rhodes,
Let
that
me tell you something, baby. Let me tell you something,
is
baby.
the hard time blues.
Daddy.
Baby. This is one of the best matches I've ever seen, baby. Let me tell you something, baby. Had those DIY boys, baby.
DIY matching trunks and everything.
That tell us, baby. Who's
They out here
Who's
in
winning
top DIY form.
Alistair Black making shit, baby. Is high flying, baby. And the other one, he worshipped the devil, but he's alright with me, baby. He's alright with me, baby.
He's alright with me worshiping the devil, but he's high flying, he's hard hitting. The Malcolm Dream likes that.
The Black Mass just decimated.
Now, Alistair Black is on those though, for real.
Yeah, Aleister Black, oh my god, the performances he's been putting week to week, being on all brands is ridiculous. The big story coming out of here was DIY losing, but Johnny faked injured, which led.
Hold on. Let's do a little setup. So they had him in the Johnny had Aleister Black in the Johnny Escape, and then
Tommaso Ciampa had him in his
I
submission.
think he had him, and then
It's like a razor side.
Ricochet lifted him up, suplexed him on it, and then that's what hurt Johnny's leg, and he basically rolled out of the ring for the rest of the match. And it was essentially Tommaso Ciampa versus Ricochet. Aleister Black hits him with the fake
Black
black.
mask.
I would hold the fake black.
Me too, because I like it better.
Yeah.
Because that's the most exciting part. Fates of Black! The Black Mask! Thank you, Mauro.
Morrow's the best.
Yeah, so, Johnny ends up faking injured. We don't know if he's faking. Tommaso Ciampa leaves Goldie. Leaves Goldie in the ring. This is what the suspense built, because if you know the storyline between, he's not going to leave Goldie for no reason. Leaves Goldie in the ring, showing how much he's starting to care again for his old partner, Johnny Gargano. Lifts him up, walks to the stage. When finally Tommaso Ciampa gets an idea, let me screw him over. When he goes for the attempt, Johnny shows that he was faking his injury, reverses, and beats the hell out of Tommaso Ciampa, sending him into the stage area.
Brutal super kick.
And it leaves Johnny with his wife standing over Tommaso Ciampa. This would be the last match Ciampa has before his injury. And again, get well soon. We hope he has a speedy recovery. But it's a very serious injury, so we might not see Tommaso Ciampa for a very long time.
6 to 14 months.
Moving on to NXT UK.
So we move on to NXT UK. Across the pond.
Across the pond.
Across the pond.
What page is here?
Page here.
Page here?
Page here.
Page here.
So the first match we start off with Wolfgang from Dallas, and he's facing the Modfather, Flash Gordon Webster, and it was a great showing by both competitors. Eventually Wolfgang catches the Swift Flash Gordon Webster and hits him with the K-Bar suplex for the win. So that, and then the next segment we get is Cassius Ohno. He's doing a video promo.
Oh no! Oh no!
And he's basically saying that it's sad that an American has to come to NXT UK to show real British style, and that he trained under the real British style, and that all these new UK guys are just imitation of US wrestlers. And that he's
As
so
long as Chris Hero, Cassius Ohno's been in the indie scene, he might be telling the truth.
Yep. So the next match we get to is Kenny Williams and Amir Jordan, and they defeated Tyson Tebow and Saxon Huxley. It was a okay match, it didn't really get my attention, but Jordan hit Huxley with a swanton bomb. The next segment we get Jimmy, who was looking at Toni Storm last week.
She actually caught my interest. I want to see more of her.
So she has a backstage interview saying that she's tired of Toni Storm, that she's the only one who deserves to be women's champion. So it's good seeing that as probably the next.
You know what's
person
the
that comes
very
in.
subtle thing about that promo segment that made me really interested in what I like?
What'd you like?
And it's something real fucking small.
What?
The way the camera was focused on her, and she ends the promo, gets up, all you see is the view of her boots, and she does the wipe on the ring and gets in the ring and the promo ends. That little thing, because a lot of people don't realize how important the feet wipe on the ring is actually a sign of respect, because these wrestlers wear the boots backstage, all that dirt, and they have to wrestle on it. So if you ever notice, when wrestlers get in the ring and they do the wipe, that's tradition. That's them respecting the place where they're about to work.
Yep.
So that little thing, kind of like, okay, I want to see more of her. I like the way they styled her promo.
So next we have a promo from Eddie Dennis. He's saying that he's gonna return next week to face Ligero. Says he respects Ligero, but he's gonna take him out next week. The next segment after that, we get Noam Dar. He comes out and says NXT UK needs him, and he signed a contract, and this isn't a special appearance. Mark Andrew comes out and makes Noam Dar head to the back. I guess this is Noam Dar's first feud, and it will be against Mark Andrews.
Nice.
So next we have the Brookside says he's sick of bullies like Rhea Ripley. So I guess that's the next rivalry for Rhea Ripley. Next we have the women's division match. We have debuting Kaylee Ray facing Candy Flush. She beats Candy Flush with a glory bomb. It was a good dominant debut for Ray. Next we have Mustache Mountain saying that they want a rematch with the Grizzled Young Vets. So next week we have Tyler Bate. And he's going to face James Drake of the Grizzled Young Vets. And then we get to the main event. The war of the main event
Oh man.
And Volta
versus the Coffee Brothers from Gallus. Oh man, this was a war.
How anybody survives this matchup?
This is a good match. This is
How people don't just instantly die of impact.
It was it was Pete Dunne and Walter like going back, basically doing a kind of if you whatever you can do, I can do better. Like with the moves they were doing and everything.
And then it was like you could feel the tension between them.
A lot of good selling and acting between them. Yeah, it's really good stuff.
And then at the end when they was arguing, and out of nowhere, Walter hits Mark with the big boot and then hit him with the powerbomb for the win.
Mm-hmm.
Looking very strong, and
That's a big man.
and then
bro.
and then afterwards, Dunn goes to pick up his title, but Walter stops on it
Word.
and picks it up and hands it to him.
Ooh,
Like, I'm
foreshadowing.
only giving you this. Right?
Giving you this.
I'm allowing you to have this
Okay.
right
Pete
now.
Dunne has been champion for. You think he's coming on 700 days, man?
That's historic. You got
That is. Yeah. So
So
Pete
He's a-
I don't
Dunne.
mind
boy.
also being the one to take him down.
That's
That's
the
a fucking
I knew
monster.
that. That's
He is a
literally.
monster.
That's literally what he was brought. I mean, that's not the only reason why. But like, as soon as he came into NXT UK, I was like, oh, that's the guy who's gonna take Pete Dunne championship.
Definitely.
It's the only guy's kind of believable that can do it at this point.
Yeah.
So with that being said,
So that being said,
That being said,
we gave you WWE, we gave you Raw, we gave you SmackDown,
What?
we gave you NXT,
What?
we gave you 205 Live,
What?
we gave you NXT UK,
what?
we gave you AEW,
What?
we gave you AAA,
What?
we gave you Impact,
What?
we gave you Ring of Honor,
What?
CMLL,
what?
MLW,
What?
WXW,
What?
ECW,
What?
WECW,
What?
WCW,
What?
NWO,
What?
Black and White version,
What?
Wolfpack,
What?
Silver and Black version,
What?
TNA,
What? The Latin word?
LWO,
What?
BWO.
So we can go on and on.
The DX?
And we
The
can
X
talk about
Factor?
wrestling forever and ever. Richie,
Pro
where can they
wrestling
find you
Noah?
at?
Whoa, that's my line.
That's my
That's
line.
my line.
That's
You
my
know
line.
what? I'm cutting you off right now. I'm cutting you off right now. I'm cutting you off right now. Where can they find you at?
You can find me at kayfabe_AJ on Instagram.
You can find me at kfave _focus.
You can find me at Kayfabe Avenue or Mr. Richie Moon. Find me at Kayfabe Avenue. Find me at Mr. Richie Moon. Find all of us at
Like,
Kayfabe Avenue.
subscribe,
Like, share, subscribe.
comment,
Yes.
Donate to our Patreon.
and join our Facebook group. Kayfabe Avenue.
Yes. Go to our
Kayfabe Avenue on Facebook. Follow us.
GoFundMe pages.
Big facts. And with that being said, we can keep going on and keep going on. We must bid you a farewell. With that
Kenny.
being said, Kenny.
Take us out.